Trying to proceed in the Hypixel Pit but feeling like you're grinding way slower than everyone else? Don't worry, today I'm breaking down the top 5 best XP methods to help you speed through the prestiges whether you're a beginner or pushing for high prestiges. These strategies will save you hours of grinding if you do them correctly. Starting off with number 5, events. These are 0 effort XP boosts with no requirement. They're either a hit or miss though. The best one by far is Dragon Egg. You spam clicks for exponential XP, especially when you try to time it in a low player lobby using /events or the Brook AFK website to time these events. I'll leave the website in the description below. This allows for upwards of 10,000 XP and at least of a minimum of 1,000. Some other decent events include TDM for the double XP from kills and assists, Spire for the 1500 XP for reaching floor 6 at least once, and Squad for the bonus of 1333 XP if the player killed at least 8 others and captured at least 5 banners during the event. Let's not forget about the 2x event and the cough 4 times event that help dramatically increase your XP progress, with some of the other methods further down on this list. If I had to rate this method, I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. It's easy but very inconsistent, as you have to time these events and find a decent lobby, but it's very reliable for just passive XP. But if you're trying to proceed extremely fast, not really the best. At number 4, we have pit jumping, a pretty much slept on method for prestiges 1 to 3, which the requirements being 20k gold as you can run Vampire, Streaker, Strength Chaining, and Dirty or Barbarian, maxing your XP boost, grabbing tier 3 Elgato with Espalicious Killstreak, and you're gonna get 20 plus XP per kill and more than 40 XP per third kill because of these stacking XP bonuses with Expalicious and Streaker. Many people sleep on this method for no apparent reason, even though you get a ton of XP and lots of mystic drops. Avoid the players using the Executioner enchant in middle, as they have a execution threshold on players, making sure that you never get the final hit and never get that much XP if they're in the lobby. This method is extremely consistent, as if you're able to find a even decent lobby, you can easily rack up 10,000 XP per hour just jumping down middle, turning off your brain, and just spam left clicking. I use this method all the way to Prestige 4 and even do it sometimes now because it's so simple but very effective. As well, you get constant mystic drops, and you even get a safety net of being able to do this during 2x and 4x events without risking anything. In general, I'd have to rate this method an 8 out of 10. It's a very early game powerhouse to boost your XP by a ton instead of trying to buy diamond armor and trying to do some tiny streak on the outskirts. So I would recommend this. Moving on to number 3, we have Olympus Mid. This is very similar to the last method, but it's a massive XP upgrade which is unlocked at Prestige 4. It's the same perks, but with a little bit more variation, as you can use the Kung Fu perk at Prestige 9 and the Marathon perk at Prestige 6. With Strength Chaining and now Olympus combined, making you do more damage than a Diamond Sword and even being able to kill Diamond people streaking. This method revolves around you chugging Olympus potions for 27 XP per kill, scaling with the XP boost up to 35 XP. This stacks on the XP that you get per kill, so on top of gaining 20 to 30 XP a kill, you're gaining another 27 to 35 from just drinking the potion. For this method, you want to have a smaller lobby as you get bigger rewards for each kill, because it's worth now double as long as you drink the potion. So as long as there are not that many people in middle and you don't die that often before drinking your potion, this works extremely well. This can also be paired with the outskirts chain streaking, as if you're able to have access to the Kung Fu and Marathon perk, you might be able to actually get some mega streaks using this, or just killing other chain users outside for a faster rate than pit jumping, as well as it being very fun to do if you're able to go on very consistent streaks. This method nets up to 15,000 or more XP an hour, depending on 2x and Koth events and TDM events that go around. If I had to rate this method, I give it a 9 out of 10, as it's super good for the mid game, and it's better than the pit jumping, as you can actually do something instead of turning off your brain if you like doing that, as well as being able to get more XP while doing 2x and Koth events. Now moving on to number 2 on this list, we have Overdrive streaking. The setup for this, requires at least being Prestige 5. But if you're not Prestige 5 already, you're going to be able to do this, but it's going to be a lot more difficult. The setup for pre-Prestige 5 and no extra perk slot would be Strength Chaining, Vampire, and Safety first. Once you unlock the 4th perk slot, you should add a Gladiator or Streaker. And once you get Prestige 5, you want to remove Safety first for the Fancy Hat. To be honest, this method is completely overrated until Prestige 5, because without Fancy Hat, you're gonna get continuously hunted before even hitting 50 kills for the 4k XP bonus. Even then, the rates swing really wildly, sometimes upwards of 20,000 or more XP an hour. More than any of the other strats we've discussed previously, but sometimes I would often get nothing in an entire hour and would just be really disappointed as I keep getting killed pre-Mega Streak, around 40 to 30 kills, and usually log off. In my opinion, I would stick to Olympus or pit jumping instead if you want more consistency. So I would have to give this method a solid 5 out of 10, because it's not really worth the hassle unless it's during a 2x event where there's a lot of players and no hunters, but it has high risk and decent reward if you're able to hit it. The number 1 on this list is going to be Beast Mode Streaking. Not a surprise to anyone, as it's the best method to get XP besides To the Moon, and it's one of the more consistent methods because as long as you use mystics such as Sweaty 3, Pantheon Swords, pass Prestige 5 with the setup Vampire, Strength Chaining, Dirty, and Streaker, in a pack to mid, you're going to hit upwards of 20 to 30,000 XP an hour. And you're going to be drowning in mystic drops as well. Add on Koth events for the 4 times or the regular 2x events, and you're going to max out the XP cap effortlessly. Some of the best mystic combinations would be Sweaty Crit Funky, Sweaty Peroxide, Sweaty Golden Hearts, and some of the swords would be Gamble Sweaty 3, Perun 2 Sweaty 3, and XE 2 to 3 Sweaty 3. This is how many of the leaderboard players grind out with the use of some friends to protect them while they streak and get tons of XP without really doing much. For this method, we're going to need to make sure that we have the Beast Mode Mega Streak, which we get around Prestige 3, and have the Streaker perk with Dirty, and as long as we stay in middle in a decent lobby, we're going to be able to farm tons of kills super easily. If I had to rate Beast Mode Streaking, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, as it's by far the easiest and most fun method out of any other previously discussed. Like and subscribe for more pit guides, and if you want me to cover gold grinding next, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.